Welcome, every person, pony, thing, and being out there in existence. It's me, Clockwork Gears, and I'm doing Let's Play Final Fantasy VI Part 6 live Twitch streaming. And where we left off, in case you missed the missing episode, which I apparently forgot to throw down to YouTube, somewhere between Part 5 and where I'm at now, we were in that one little town that Locke goes to, and we just rescued Celis. We're going to start up here. And here we go! We're on the world map. I have no idea where to go from here. It's been forever. Oh, we get a battle! I wonder what she actually says. Like, does she just go like, oh my god, another battle. Oh, how horrible. Or is she more like, die, die, die! Like Bayonet. You have to wonder about these things. There's no point. Apparently, so this is, again, if anyone is wondering what's going on, the reason it's so OP is because this is the international version of the ROM. I got it actually from a friend's cartridge directly. Everyone said this was a hack, and I'm like, well, it doesn't feel like a hack because there's no game-breaking bugs yet. Now, if I find a game-breaking bug, you better believe I will be very angry. Also, it's currently December, and it's very festive at my house. I've got holiday lights strung about. I've got everything from Sol Invictus on down. So let's enjoy the holiday season as I play a really weird nostalgic game for me, with some strange new challenges. Also, I'm drinking a little bit of rum and Coke because I've had a very interesting morning. Nothing bad, just a lot of walking in the cold, and I needed something to relax with. And I'm an adult, and I can do those sort of things. Also, I've realized something. A lot of you reported that the game was jerky last time I played, but the audio was fine. I know what the issue is now. Apparently, the simulator has a fast-forward feature, and when I fast forward, it makes the video not capture as well as it's actually being on my screen. So I'm going to try not to use the fast forward feature by accident again. There's no point in doing this, is there? Just steal from them. Steal. There's no point. You don't even know why you have magic yet. That's right. Kill! 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 I'd love to see Markiplier or even PewDiePie play this game. Alright, take it back. PewDiePie probably did play this game. How about JonTron? He could do a whole Let's Play. Right? Right? He'd be funny. I'm not funny. I'm sad. I know. But I try to be funny. So I was actually at a Christmas party last night. It was my very first meet-up party with a group of bronies. Not my very first meet-up, but my very first actual party. It was interesting. Lots of people. Lots of adult humor. Some things I did not expect. Yeah, highlight reel. I ended up also watching Markiplier play To the Moon, and cried along with him. Very, very sad. But all in all, it wasn't too bad, and it was a good game, and I would definitely support Freebird Company. They definitely did a lot of good. Why is this cave so annoying? How long before I can get that item that lets me skip battles? At this rate, I'm so OP, it's not even funny. Alright, technically Celis is not really OP. They're all equipped with one item, which makes them a little OP, but one of the settings I got when I first got the game turned on was I could choose which difficulty level I wanted. And there was 3 difficulty levels. There was easy to hard, medium to hard, and extreme to easy. And I chose easy to hard, hoping that it would change the gameplay a little bit. So apparently it's supposed to ramp up. I'm not sure exactly where this cartridge comes from. So like I said, some people say it's a hacked ROM that was loaded into the cartridge. My friend swears up and down that it was actually given to him by his friend, and we all know how that story goes. And then he just copied the ROM over. Now, I actually seen the cartridge, so I know he's not lying, because I've actually held the cartridge in my hand and played the version on his, of all things, Nintendo SP. It's been a long time since I've seen him in the flesh, though. He lives all the way in Columbus, Ohio, and I live in, York, Pennsylvania. I know. We're not supposed to give our areas away, but let's face it. Who's really going to go hunt me down for my autograph? I'm not like that guy with glasses / Doug Walker or any of the other popular people on YouTube. Nope, I'm just regular old me. Regular old me who better be using a high potion, apparently. That's right. Shellis, save us. Alright, so apparently this is what they meant by ramping up the difficulty. Now it's actually kind of hard. Yay! Locke is worst character. Not that would do much. I thought he had a healing spell for some reason. She has the healing spell. Alright, well here. Ultimate heal. Boop, 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 boop. You know, I used to remember this song. So here's a funny thing. For people who don't know me, for people watching right this moment and don't know who I am, when I was younger, I'm definitely in my 30s, so that will give away some about who I am. But when I was younger, during the winter, it was like the only thing I could do was play video games. I had a Super Nintendo, and eventually I ended up having, goodness, I can't remember what it was. Well, eventually I had a GameCube, but I had a Super Nintendo, and before that I had a Nintendo, and I used to, especially with the Super Nintendo days, this is like a nostalgia thing for me in the winter. I'd come home from school, it'd be getting darker, I'd be kind of depressed because it was already evening, and I would sit and play every Super Nintendo game I could get my hands on, especially role-playing games because their stories were just so big. And my mom never understood, and I don't think anyone ever got around to understanding. Oh, yes. Yay, recovery spring! Ah, yes. Hello, tunnel warmer. Yeah, just use Runic. You'll be immune for, like, eternity. I know, I'm not very entertaining at this. I apologize, everyone. It's been a while since I've done a Let's Plays. So anyway, so when I was younger, I used to do... Now, why did I cast him in twice? That's right, she doesn't have any other magic for a really long time. There we go. Okay, I guess I didn't cast it on myself too often. Yay! I wish you got health from that, actually. That'd be more useful than sucking it up like that. So anyway, where was I? So when I was little, I used to, like, just sit at the house and play video games all day long. And obviously I had no life as a child because I grew up in the freaking woods. You know, if it wasn't for games like this, I would have been bored out of my mind all the time. And it's true, I mean, I literally had nothing to do. I would go in the woods and play around for hours, which brings me to another funny story. When I was younger, and I'm not afraid to admit this, I used to pretend, because, you know, all kids do, but I probably did it through daydreaming more than anything else, up until I was about, you know, I don't know, 12 or 13 years old. Sometimes I would do it longer than that. I think I did it until maybe I was 16 or 17. But I would pretend or have an imaginary scenario in my head, and I went out and would walk in the woods and just take inspiration from my environment. And I had all these imaginary adventures. Not me personally. Sometimes it was just like scenarios I would play out in my mind. Speaking of scenario, let's save. Alright, now let's get Sabin's out of the way, because his is the second most annoying. But his is shorter too, so... I know lots of people were asking, why aren't you reading the parts anymore? I'm like, come on guys, I can't read them all the time. I have a feeling those are important. Every time I see Shadow, I swear I think of Batman. Death is only a step behind me. It's just what I can think of. Ah, here comes the most fun part. The clockmaker part. Yes! Okay, I have to voice this. There she is, hanging on that wall over there. Ain't been ticking for a year now. 5 years, was it? Shucks, maybe it's been 10. I don't remember. Of course, the trick is finding what the clock is. Huh. No more lip repair, man. Fix the stove on the double. Ouch. Oh, for pity's sake. You're causing trouble for like a kid. A kid? I don't have any kids. Ugh. Why do you bring kids? Makes me sick you think about it. Yes, the old chocobo is missing more than a few feathers. So, yes, I keep getting off track here with the story of the game. I used to just, roam around the woods. I lived in the back country of Ohio, like the southern area. And there were so many times when I would just basically be, like, bored out of my mind, and I just played a game. For example, I think the biggest one that this happened on was probably when I was 10. It was just past Christmas. Mega Man X had come out. I wanted it really badly. I obviously couldn't get it because I hadn't earned it yet. But I really wanted it. Yay, Wild Fang! Oh, come on, I hate Blitz. There's a reason I don't use that stupid command. It's just too much of a hassle to try and remember how to do it each time. So, yeah, ran around, backyard, had woods, and especially during the winter, it snowed and would ice a lot. And I remember it was like right before, or either right after or right before Christmas. I'm pretty sure it was right after Christmas that I really wanted to get the game Mega Man X, because I'd seen it in an advertisement over at my aunt's house during Thanksgiving. So maybe it was before Christmas. Well, either way, it doesn't really matter at this point. I'm detecting from the story. And the very first level I saw was actually at a Walmart, where they had a demo of the game set up. We all remember those Walmart demos, I hope, where they'd let you sit there and play them for like 10, 15 minutes at a time. And I'm just going to check the chat here. Welcome, Onion Siege. Welcome to the game. And yes, Final Fantasy VI Part 6. If you want to watch the YouTube channel, you can totally go back and watch them. Try and keep track of like 5 different things here. I'm going to move my window over because I know it'll still capture. There we go. That's much better. Now I can see everything. So, fun fact. Yeah, Final Fantasy VI. Yes, Onion Siege. Yay, good to see you, dude. And for anyone watching this on YouTube, you missed out. You missed out. So yeah, Mega Man X came out. Sorry, I keep detracting because this game is like one of those attention getters for me. And I saw the demo at freaking Walmart, and I remember very clearly going there and just, yeah, I don't know. I remember we went to the video game aisle, which has always been in the back of every Walmart, Kmart, Sears, and place I can think of, except Sears finally got rid of theirs. But I remember Kmart, I remember Walmart, I remember Big Lots. Yes, Big Lots used to have a game section, and it was just used crap. There was a Biggs and a Big Wheel. A lot of big things in the early 90s. And they all had their like electronics section, even a Pomida. All of them had their electronics section like in a specific area. And there's always towards the back of the store or the central of the store. And I used to go back there and would just like play the demos until my mom was ready to go, or would like follow her around and do my own little like thing, because it was very boring shopping as a child. So I did that for like, I don't know how long. And one day I saw that they had a Super Nintendo set up with Mega Man X. And I wanted to play it. And it only had one level available, and it was Chill Penguin. And of course I played it. I played it, and I was just so enamored with it. Oh my goodness, it was so exciting. And goodness, it was just awesome. It was just absolutely freaking awesome. And I played it, and I remember just being so excited at Chill Penguin stage. so excited. So very, 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 very excited. And then I went home, and because it was still the middle of the day, but it was like chilly and it had iced over, I pretended to be Mega Man X and run around in the ice, slipping on the ice, and running around and shooting imaginary foes. It was a very strange childhood memory. I guess I'm going to have to stop being, like, contemplative about the past year, because we're getting into some serious stuff. A noble warrior of a foreign land, a faithful retainer to his lord and master, he fears not even death. Fianl. If we can't but fell their commander, they should break rank and withdraw. I shall meet him on the field of battle. Cian or Cyan is probably one of the coolest characters of any Final Fantasy. He does, however, take forever to use. Plus, I just imagine him with like this really, I don't know, not quite Batman, but very regal voice, like a fencer. I am Cian, retainer to the King of Doma. Ready thy axe. And he has the coolest attacks, too. Bushido! Flurry! Yes! Cloud, eat your heart out. I admit it, Cyan is probably one of my favorite characters. Yes, he takes forever, but you put a little haste on him, and bam! He is killing everything on the field. Run! Run, thy cowards! Withdraw, my allies. We shall wait within the walls while enemies grow tired and without. And this is where it gets weird. Oh! Oh my, I think I have a very special guest that just came in the room. It's Canton Folk Hero! Well, welcome, sir! Welcome, one and all! That's at least two of my friends. So, Onion Siege here wrote a game called Ponies and Parasprites, which we've been playing off and on. And Canton Folk Hero has been playtesting that with us. Plus, he has his own channel. You should check him out. Canton Folk Hero on Twitch TV. And Onion Siege has his own channel, Canton Folk Hero. They did that. Onion_Siege. It's a very interesting thing that happened there. I was reading the name and not watching what I was saying. Typical me. Ah, General Leo. How could I even look at them? Before you're a soldier, don't be so eager to throw away your life. Emperor Gestahl wouldn't want you to die for nothing. Ah, General Leo. Second best villain. I know, I'm not reading most of this. I'm skimming over it. Most people can read it themselves. Anyway, Onion Siege mostly does fun playthroughs. Canton Folk Hero mostly does interesting playthroughs. And I do the weird stuff. That's my job in the trifecta. I do the weird stuff. Okay, now I have to read my favorite part of the game. Once Leo's gone, I can turn this water into a flowing river of poison. Anyone who touches it will be pushing up daisies. What? That's how I imagine his voice. I'm afraid the Emperor has called me back home. Try not to cause any trouble in my absence. Whew! I'll take care of things faster than you ever would. Okay. We need to show mercy to those who side with the retarders. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Side note, apparently I Am Bread is the new game to hate. Forget Five Nights at Freddy's. Forget Final Fantasy Tactics. I Am Bread is the game that breaks Markiplier's controller. Therefore, it must die. Anyway, back to Kefka. Yes, you just go off and be a good little boy. For those who complain about the voice I give Kefka, you have to understand, he reminds me of a creepy clown transvestite. And I wouldn't be surprised if he watched Rocky Horror Picture Show and wanted to get rid of the main characters just to take over the play. That's the kind of psycho he is. Is the poison ready yet? I know it's stereotypical. But generally isn't. Leo's not here anymore. I'm in charge now. Fuck it over. Some of our people are being held prisoner inside. If any of them want to drink that water, who cares? They're the ones who were stupid enough to get caught by the enemy. You're inhuman. Ah! Pests are at every turn. Guess I'll have to take care of you too. What, I imagine him with a tissue paper and like the... Never mind. You don't need to care. Alright, there's only one way to kill this guy. Shuriken in his butt. Ouch! Kefka, wait! Oh! Wait, he says. Do I look like a waiter? Yeah, I know. That was cheap. Wait. I will kill you myself, because you're going to be so patient to wait for me. Bump. Gasp! You just don't give up, do you? And this is the guy you beat in the end. I mean, there's no way he's such a pushover. Kefka, wait! Wait, he says. Do I look like a waiter? Oh! He uses the same line like 30,000 times. Gah! How long do you expect me to put up with this? Next time I won't hold back. Next time you'll be a whiny bitch. Oh, gripe. This is getting tiresome. Hey, you, handle the rest. Oh, now the real battle starts. Instant fun. And yet they still attack me. Yes, yes, please bring Inceptor back. Kill them all. Woof, woof, woof. Inceptor was the first Guardian Force ever. And he has a really high chance of appearing early in the game, but as you get higher in level, it's like the chance of that dog appearing is kind of crappy. Nothing beats the sweet music of hundreds of voices screaming in unison. Oh! Sir Cian. There's a great deal of activity in the Imperial camp. I think they may be preparing an assault. Does one look a bit odd? Bleh. Bleh. Sir Cian. It must be poison. What low-down compatibility? Uh-oh. We must warn the king. Alright, so, yeah, anyone who doesn't know Cian's story or Cian's story, I think it's Cian. Cian is his name, we say it. I think Cian's story is the saddest. Ah! Excellency. Cannot see your face. Please, you must be strong. Cyan, you have defended the realm since the days of your father before me. I thank you for your service. Forgive me, I failed to protect her. No, Excellency, the fault lies within thee. I fear for your family. Oh, my chest burns with every breath. Speak not, my lord, save thy strength. And this is about the time Foxy pops out at you, right? Okay, no more Five Nights at Freddy's references, I promise. For now. So here comes, like, the saddest part of the entire Final Fantasy VI storyline. No, it's not the end of the world that causes the bad part. It's this. This entire thing here is the worst part of the entire game. Why? Someone probably should be asking me right about now. Probably because it's the saddest part of the game. And because it's really terrible and terrifying. And I agree. For Anyasi just said in the chat that Daylight, however, is the most for jump scares and freakiness. I agree on that. That's one of the few games I can't play by myself. Much like Numbra and what was the other game that I always had problems playing that I'd like freak the heck out? Oh, I forget now. Oh well. Let's just say there's a few... Oh, Clock Tower. The original Clock Tower with the ROM. Yeah, that game's scary. Such sadness. Oh no. That looks like a door. Okay, it is a door. I forget how this works. It's been a really long time. Yes, Clock Tower is awesome. Clock Tower is the most awesome game if you cannot die the 3 million deaths. I think Yamamushi and Markiplier both have commented on how horrible it is to try to beat that game. Although Yamamushi's funny because he's got this really cool accent which just makes him awesome. Who else is another Let's Player I like to throw out to who I watch a ton? Even though they may never actually hear me. Sundog. Sundog's kind of cool, if you can still find his channel. There's another couple Let's Players who I've forgotten their names. I'm sure I'll find them later and do a shout out to them. There's quite a few I watch. I used to do Let's Playing all the time when I was younger, back in the early 2005-06 era, till my channel got ripped on recently. So for those of you who remember, I had 3 channels at one time when YouTube would let you do that. My first channel was the one that I'm currently using is Centaur Man EXE because I was really big into Rockman.exe at the time because it hadn't yet come to America until it became Mega Man Battle Network. That was fun. I remember that game. I should do a Let's Play of that sometime if I can stomach it. Side note, Clock Tower 3, it went beyond over the rails. There's another game I can't remember the name of. It's like Dark Heart or something where you play a role-playing game that's a guy who transforms into monsters. And there's this chick who has a freaking weapon of destruction. Oh man, I forget what I do in this. Ugh, frustrating. I forget where I'm supposed to go. I remember the water is deadly. Water purpley. There are no survivors. Now, when I was a kid, this scene, even though it was pixelated, this traumatized me. I actually had to walk away from my Super Nintendo and TV for like an hour. My dad didn't like that. He threatened to turn the game off on me. But I was just so upset by the whole fact that the game was just like going this far. Oh, comment from the chat. Onion Seed says Dark Seed. I don't know if it was Dark Seed actually. It was like a PlayStation 1 or 2 game, and you played this... Oh, it was such a weird game. I never got through it, but I'd like to find a Let's Play just to see someone who actually did get through it. I remember the story started out, you played this game, and you started out this guy on a train, and you turn into one monster to beat the creepy thing on the train. And then you meet this girl who's kidnapped or whatever, and then you go after her, and then you meet this Chinese guy, and you save this village, and then there's this chick who has like a bunch of helicopters. And she would summon like a bunch of freaking like artillery as she leveled up. Her artillery summons got freakier and crazier, including the fact that she could almost summon an atom bomb. Elaine! Do not leave me, Elaine! Okay. Owen, my child! Okay, that was totally a Markiplier impression. No! No! This cannot be happening! I will not forgive them! This empire must pay! I am Fianl, retainer to the King of Doma! You will all die! Thank you, Sabin. You know, I could just, like, help you. I know not thy name or allegiance, but I welcome thy aid. Alright, so here's the only good thing to do in this. Just use a potion on Fianl. Oh, no, don't use a potion. You stupid... I'm playing with a really old controller. Oops. Ah, never mind. They die so quickly, it doesn't matter. God, there will be no mercy. Yes, they're tougher to appear. Blah, 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 blah. I'm concentrating. Oh, wow, that... So, yeah. Who poisoned the river? You know, I forget how long this takes. But anyway, so get back to the game that I was talking about. I don't remember the name of it. If anyone out there knows the name of it, you can post in the comments on YouTube, or if you happen to know it in the chat while you're listening, please, 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 please tell me, because I'm trying to find a playthrough of it. Basically, it was a PS1 game, though. I know that for a fact. And I owned it as part of a bunch of other games I owned as like a weird collection. Ah, yay. I like the fact that Shadow joins you for like a little bit. And then leaves. The abominations. Oh, thou art getting to be quite a pain in the... Great, now I'm even starting to talk like you. Listen, see that lever? The one by your right hand, push it down. It appears to be in reverse! Yeah, come on. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Oh, it was definitely not Disgaea. Oh my gosh, no. The game was three-dimensional. It definitely had 3D stuff going for it. I could definitely tell you that much. Because, yeah, Disgaea is extremely hilarious. Let's not fool ourselves about that. I've played the first Disgaea all the way to the end. I even went to the stupid, like, subworlds in the PSP game when it came out. I had weapons that literally were doing 99,999 damage every hit. Even Disgaea 2 was funny, although the printies, they explode everywhere. Boom, 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 boom. Thankfully, they're like dang near mortal. Can't Folk Hero, I wish it wasn't so much a scary game, it just had like a really scary vibe to it. There were parts that were kind of creepy, but you played it like a Final Fantasy VII style game. I mean, it definitely came out after Final Fantasy VII was released. But I definitely remember how craptastic it was. It had a really creepy story. It was called, I swear I thought it was called Dark something or Shadow something. It was like Shadow Hearts, but I don't think that was it. I might be wrong. Maybe it is Shadow Hearts. But I thought Shadow Hearts was a different game. Yeah, I'm not even like caring too much about this game at the moment because this is like the most boring part. I'm plowing through stuff. There's no fun in this. It's like not even a challenge. It's fun to pilot these mechs. It certainly is fun to do that, but it's not so fun when you know. Oh no. Oh no. I know where this is going. I remember where this is going. I know exactly where this is going. Oh yes, this is that point. We're going to meet our most famous Final Fantasy boss of all time. I'm not going to spoil it for you though. If you've played the game and you know what part we're at, you don't even have to have spoilers. You know where we're at. But if you have to know, it is the saddest, weirdest, creepiest, craziest, most effed up part of the entire Final Fantasy VI game, aside from Kefka going God mode. Totally aside from Kefka going God mode. These things don't even compare to that, because there is some messed up crap. Yes! Interceptor! Kill, kill, kill. What? I like the dog. Sort of thinking Gal half the time, who only does like one craptastic attack. Ugh, Gal. You pain me. I don't even know if I'm going the right way. Yeah, kill them, kill them, kill them. What are those things? Cabbits? Cabbage rabbits? They're weird. I think I'm going the right way, because I think you have to go around the mountain. I would love to have my random encounters drop to 0 for just this little bit. To be honest, the experience they give isn't even worth it. See, I knew I couldn't go that way. Oh, it almost will be a challenge. Woe is me. Schmack. Schmack. Oop. Oop. Schmack. Super smack. Super smackdown. They get more gold than anything else. It's like they're little kleptos. Alright. I have to talk to this guy. Apparently I haven't. Just go for 45. Let's just go for broke. Right. I'll need them all anyway. Oh, wait. I don't remember how I got so much money. I think I haven't been buying anything in this whole game. That might be why I've been doing so poorly. Jeez, that's an entire upgrade. Oh, they do have growth eggs on them. I gotta save here. Give me just a moment. I'm refilling my soda. Throw a little bit of rum in it, because I gotta get my rum out while I can. Because later tonight I gotta be sober, so I might as well do it early. Figure Let's Playing's the best way to get drunk, right? And kids, please drink responsibly. Do not drink if you're under the age of 21 or in your country, if you're under the age of 18 in Germany, or if you're under the age of 12 in Singapore. Also drink responsibly. And while we're on that topic, you're not consuming any potions you did not quite recognize. And if you do see any crazy potions, please sure they're not poisons. 3 times out of 10, most poison accidents happen because someone misdrinks the wrong potion. Remember, red is good, blue is okay, purple, green, or yucky, meaning yellow, are bad. Don't drink the yellow, kids. It's probably pee. And on that note, now that I'm all refilled and ready to go, let's kill some monsters! Wow, did I just say that? Yeah, I guess I did. Yay! Okay. So, pretty sure I have no idea where I'm going. So I'm just going to, plow around the map for like 10 minutes, just like any other Let's Play. This is a blind Let's Play, because I haven't played it in so long, I don't even know where I'm doing. There's no guides. I'm just heading at it straight forward, so I'm not getting everything on purpose. I'm just playing, because it's fun. Now, I had a question the last time I played this game, and I never got around to answering it, and I'm so sorry to... What was her name? Mira? I do apologize. I really wish I'd remember your name. I'm so sorry. You asked, why was I really playing this game? And if you happen to watch the YouTube video in the future, which I hope you do, and I hope you'll make a comment, I'm doing it because I wanted to start my Let's Play up, which I never got to finish my story about. So let's go back to that, because I jump around a lot, because I get distracted easily. I do apologize. So basically, I had 3 YouTube channels, centaurman.exe, which I'm on now. I had Pup Shackle, which was another one, which is probably still around, but I think it's mostly blocked. And I had another channel, which I had called Phantom Train. And imagine that. You might figure that out later. And I had mostly published a lot of stuff under the Phantom Train one when I first got on the internet, and then I got bored of it, and I just quit the internet for a while. I wouldn't say quit, I just stopped using YouTube for a while. And I gave up on using YouTube, and I don't know. I guess they deleted it because I hadn't had anything on there for 2 years before YouTube was owned by Google. And I had 2 channels then, because they both had videos on them. And one had Lost History, which was this YouTube channel thing I tried to do where I was going around finding abandoned and lost things in America and just, trying to get that kind of history out there to the folks out in the world. And I failed at it terribly, but I still kept it. And then I had all my Let's Play channels, which was under Pup Shackle. And Pup Shackle is, I don't even know why I didn't switch the channels around, but all my videos were moved over there. When Google took over, at first it was fine because I still had my Let's Plays of Super Mario World, Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3. I had my Let's Play of Chrono Trigger, which I totally cherished. I had part of Seiken Densetsu 3 and part of Secret of Mana. They are technically the same story games, but whatever. And I was getting through Seiken Densetsu 3 on a Super Nintendo emulator, because obviously you couldn't get the game in America, and still can't, legally. So I was just playing through it, and I think I was halfway through the game, and all of a sudden I got copyright strikes. And at first I thought it was a mistake. And I started getting lots of them, real quick, from Nintendo. And this was just a little over a year ago. And so they slapped enough against me that my channel got banned. And yeah, I was kind of angry because why is my channel being banned? I didn't do anything wrong. Literally nothing wrong at all. But my channel was banned. So I'm oh, great, what fun. So I lost all my videos, and I never had backups of anything, and I had over 300 videos. And I know that because Super Mario World took me at least 6 days to play through. Unlike Canton Folk Hero, who can speedrun it, and I can't because I suck. I've just maybe never tried either, but yeah, no. That kind of thing happens all the time. But yeah, no, it just irritates me that YouTube did that. And I know a lot of people complained about it, and I know a lot of people say that, well, you can fight it. Well, I fought it, but they didn't care. Because Nintendo was like all against anything that showcased their games now. I don't know why. It's free publicity for them. And Let's Plays are basically just ways of either watching a game that you never will have the ability to buy, at least in my case, or watching a game and see how well someone plays it. I've rewatched I don't know how many playthroughs of games that I loved and played forever and ever and ever. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm going to have to reference a guide, aren't I? I don't want to reference a guide. This is not fair. So yeah, basically my YouTube channel got shut down a while back, and I don't know. You get to the point where you just don't want to do it anymore. You fought with it. You've played the games. You've gotten to the point where you're like, well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. And then I met Onion Siege, and then I met like 10 other people, and sure enough, I started liking the games again, and I thought, well, maybe I can put my YouTube channel back together. And so far I haven't gotten any copyright strikes, so let's hope that keeps up. I've definitely pointed out that this is just for review purposes, and that I should be little enough and not getting any money off it. I just do it for fun and pleasure, so hopefully they won't get me. I think there's a secret here. Guess not. Misguided chocobo forest of non-existence. So here's a couple new enemies. Some of these enemies don't do anything really interesting. Some of them are just like reskins or repaints or repixelations, whatever you want to call them. Recolors. Most of them are just recolors of the same enemies you fought earlier in the game. And you'll see these guys on the Veldt, which is a place later on where you'll see a lot of like crazy crap going on. It's kind of silly that you see that kind of thing happen all the time. I don't really like the Veldt. Ah, it's exactly what I thought it was. It is the Phantom Forest. Oh, I remember this level too well. Heck, this is even before you can normally use magic in the game. As you can see, these guys don't have any. This is also the first time you see a perspective change in any Final Fantasy. Now you note I'm not bothering to waste the shurikens. The reason behind that is because if I use the shurikens up, I'll be hurting in a few minutes. I think to answer Onion Siege's question, who just asked, is that forest filled with phantoms? Or is it the trees that are ghosts? Pretty sure that the forest is filled with phantoms, though it would be weird if it was all ghost trees. Then you could giggle at the ghosties! Ah! Where's Pinkie Pie when you need her, right? For any non-bronies who don't get it, watch My Little Pony Friendship is Magic episodes 1 and 2. You'll love it. Now, moving back to the ghosts. Oh, and I forgot to answer the rest of Misha's question. See, I jump around. I can't help it, kids. I'm so sorry. So after that part, why would I play Final Fantasy VI if I've already played it a billion times in my childhood? Well, because it's fun. And because honestly, this happens. These are the cool moments that you really have to wonder about. I remember Welcome to Night Vale episodes. They whisper compliments to you and then you turned into a tree. You didn't just die, you were turned into a tree. Or you go to the infinite desert of nothingness with a brilliant death light. So for anyone who doesn't know, if you're not a Welcome to Night Vale fan, totally check that out. That is an awesome radio play show. Different perspective. Kind of sad that DashCon ruined it, but here's looking at you kids. Anyway, I have to do the voices for this because there's a reason I like this part. A train? I thought all of Doma's railroads had been destroyed in the fighting. Unless you count Final Fantasy VII. There could be survivors. Let's take a look inside. Strex Corp owns the train. Sir Sabin? No. We can't just wander around out here all day. We have to check inside. Sir Sabin. Don't worry, it'll only take a second. Sir Sabin. And in the Japanese version, he says, Sabin-sama. Sabin-sama. What in the world? We must leave at once. This is the Phantom Train. Ah, plot point. It's moving. We must get off this train at once. The door won't open. I fear we are too late. What did you say this train was? This is the Phantom Train. It carries the souls of the departed to their final destination. Wait a second. Shouldn't we be contacting Nightville's secret police? Because if you see something, say nothing and drink to forget? Little Nightville humor there. You're saying this train gives us a one-way ride to the afterlife? Unless we find a way off, I'm afraid that's exactly where we'll end up. Well, I'm afraid that's a trip I'm going to have to pass on. If it won't let us off, let's make our way to the engine room. Yay! Oh yes, these little things. Why are they called angel whispers? They're not angel whispers. They're like demons. They're freaking demons. There's no way you can call those things an angel whisper. Alright, so anyone who doesn't know, you go to the caboose first and you speak to this ghost. He's really awesome. He'll help you. He seems to want to accompany us. Sure, bring the ghost along. He's fun. Oh, I forgot. So yeah, you can always go back and get the ghost if you really absolutely need him. Some theorize that the ghost is actually a wounded warrior who came back to the afterlife with you to battle to raise his honor. And this is the conductor. I'm not sure if he's living, dead, or in between, or even a god. He doesn't even know how to stop the train. That obviously says something. There's a reason to go back to the caboose. Alright, so, yes, to answer the questions in the chat, quote unquote, wait. So the Phantom Forest is a forest filled with ghosts, but the Phantom Train is a train that's actually a ghost? I'm going something discrepancies and nomenclatures here. Well, to answer your question, yes. In Japan, it actually isn't called the Forest of Phantoms, or it's actually called the Forest of Phantoms. It actually has a different name. It actually is based on the Suicide Forest in Japanese culture, which actually is a real place that you can visit. And yeah, you can literally just walk past all these ghosts. There's no reason to fight most of them. They're mostly just pissy, because they're dead. And destroying them in this world doesn't do much more than dissipate their energy anyway. Because you can't kill what's immortal! Alright. Alright, I know I can bypass him. If the guy's outside, you can't bypass easily. Because they will kill you if you're not careful. And one of them has a freaking death attack. I forget which one. I think it's Angel Whisper. Angel Whisper has the Doom Clock thingy. Oh, look! Look, zombies! Oh, aren't they cute? Oh, you just want to snuggle them. They're just adorable. By the way, the trick is don't let the ghost go until it's really needed. I love doing that. I know it's pointless, but it's still funny to watch. Yeah, the ghost is weak as crap. His only real good ability is that he can take over an enemy. Oh, you busted. Just kill it. So yeah, the original name of the forest is Akihiko Forest, and it's actually based on a real place in Japanese landscape. Not just mythology, but literally there's an actual place called Suicide Forest. Iowashi Forest. And it's kind of creepy because people go there every year to commit suicide. And more than 6,000 people die every 10 years, or was it every 4 years? I forget how the number actually works. Oh yeah, wait, I need to go in here, don't I? Yeah, I remember there's something about this place that I need to do.